let me just say that first. I'm over 40. So this video is for those who are over 40 and just feel like, they have to be in the gym because all of this here stigma about make sure you're a gym girl and make sure you're doing this, make sure you're doing that. Girl, you could just be right here in your backyard. As you see, I'm in my backyard. I'm just walking. And so good morning, y'all. Today I wanted to do my walk. Usually I go to this trail that's in my area, but this morning I decided I didn't feel like leaving home completely. I just wanted to make sure that I was going to get these steps in today. So I decided that I was going to come back here in my backyard. And this is just to show someone that you don't always have to be on the Stairmaster and the treadmill and all of that. You can just walk right here in your backyard and do what you got to do. My backyard it's not that huge, but I'm gonna get these laps in, so it's not gonna be a beautiful scenic view like I normally have if I'm walking, but I'm out here and I'm still gonna get it done. And it's like 8:45 right now, so I am just taking this casual walk. And I also want to let someone know, or whoever it is that's watching this video, I want to let you know also that even if you don't feel like you walking and you just pumping it out, you really just like in a fast walk, and I guess what they call it, like a power walk. You can do that if you want to. If that's your ministry, you can do just that. Usually if I'm on the trail, I do that, for a little bit of sprint or whatever, just to get my heart rate up. But right now, for today, I just want to get some movement in. And let me just tell y'all why I decided to do this, because usually I'm doing strength training and I have built muscle. I have built a lot of muscle actually. In 2024, I don't know what made me look back at this on my Samsung Health, where I was tracking my steps and all of that. And on a few videos that I've put on here on YouTube, I showed where I was walking and doing like 10,000 steps per day. That's all well and good, but the whole goal of this was because I stepped on the scale one day, and out of all the weight and stuff that I've been lifting, I was kind of like still staying stagnant. It was kind of like I was still the same weight, but at the same time I'm trying to do body recomp. So even though I look good as far as my body, as far as not a whole lot of fat, I still wanted to burn a little bit more fat. So because summer is coming up, and it doesn't have a whole lot to do with summer, it's just everybody want a really nice body for summer because you're wearing less clothes and all of that. So I was looking back because I was like, what was I doing a couple of years back that had the weight like just rolling back? And usually I don't get on the scale anyway. I tell everybody this, but from time to time I step on there just to see where I'm at. And so this particular time when I stepped on it, and it said 175, and that's fine because I love my weight. I live it, you see. So but what my problem is, I want to get rid of this last little bit right here. And so I was like, what was I doing to have the scale so low? And so when I look back at my Samsung Health and I was looking at the steps that I was taking, like my activity, I saw that I was killing it in the step game, right? I was killing it in the step game, and I was like, I need to get back to it. So this is what's prompted this. I'm back out here and I'm just walking, and it's not, like I said, as you see, I'm just casually scrolling. I'm not like out here just doing a whole power walk like that. I'm not doing that. I'm just trying to get some movement in, because although I do my strength training and all of that, I wasn't getting nowhere nearly as many steps as I used to back in the day. And for those women who feel like they can't lose weight because they're not doing strength training or whatever, my Samsung Health let me know that walking was doing a really good job of helping me to burn fat, because it showed. And so that's why I'm out here today, just scrolling, and I'm gonna see if I can get 7,000 steps. Now yesterday I did this, and it was right at an hour that it took me to get, I think it was, yeah, I did 7,000 steps yesterday, and I just put it in here. But I did 7,000 steps on yesterday, which was today. I said, let me go back out here and let me just get back moving, get back like walking, get my steps in, because I want to cut. I was bulking up during the winter months and the fall months and stuff like that. And so now, like I said, it's getting back warm again. So I just wanted to lean back out. So that's what my goal is. This is just a video just to encourage somebody who feel like, oh, I gotta go to the gym, or I gotta get on the Stairmaster, or I gotta spend this time in the gym, I gotta put this on to go to the gym, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, all that stuff there. You ain't gotta do all of that. It can just be so simple. Like Lauryn Hill say, it can all be so simple, but you rather make it hard. Just get in your yard, get in your neighborhood, and just walk around. And like I said, I'm in my yard because here's my garden right here. So that's it. That's it. It's nothing fancy that I'm doing. I'm just out here, and I'm just going to be checking back in just to let y'all know where I am as far as my steps, by me just casually walking, not doing anything in particular, just casually walking. This is just my journal, my documentary of how I did it. And I usually don't try to put a whole lot of my workout videos on my channel, because I don't want to turn my channel into a fitness channel per se, because it's not that. You know, I just do what I do, and I happen to record a lot of it. I just don't put it out because some people, you know, they get intimidated when they're looking at you working out, and then they feel like they can't do it because, oh, I don't look like her, or all of that stuff like that. And it's like, just get started. That's the only way. And right now, I was looking at the news last night. Well, I heard the news last night, and they're talking about how summer is canceled because of the flights are expensive, and gas is expensive, and all of that. So even though you might not have a hot girl summer this year, still get out and get your steps in, because it can't just all be about being a hot girl for 3 months, for the summer months. Think about your health. Think about all of that, you know, not just to look good for your cruise or your trip to Cancun or something like that. Just think of it like you're becoming a better you. So hopefully, even though, you know, a lot of y'all probably have been working out in the gym, or, you know, getting your body ready for summer, don't let the fact that you won't take your trip this year be the reason why you just give up on your body and your health, because it's got to be bigger than that, you know. It's got to be bigger than that. So that's why I'm out here just scrolling. It ain't just about being cute, although I plan on being fine as Haiti, but at the same time, I'm not only going to be fine, but I'm going to be healthy in that same breath. So yeah, I'm going to be fine in that same breath. So I'm just walking. That's it. Just taking these few little steps, and we'll see what we get today. I don't like walking. I really don't like being outside after I don't like being outside after a certain time. So it's like, it's either get it done early in the morning. I get up probably like 4:30, 5 o'clock, and I have to go ahead on and get started moving, doing something, because if it's after 12, baby, I'm not gonna do no workout. I ain't going outside, not to hang out outside like that. It is too hot for that. And me and Bugs, we don't get along like that. We don't get along like that at all. So yeah. I just want to show y'all, this is the loop that I'm taking. So if you hear any noise or whatever in the background, they're still developing back here. So sorry about that, but yeah, this is the route that I'm taking. So I'm just walking it out. So you can see that it don't take all of that. Steps are steps. It don't care if you're on the beach, if you in a trail, walking and hiking the mountains. Steps are steps. You can be in the mall, wherever it is that you plan to be. This is my perimeter right now. Nothing fancy. I know a lot of people probably think, oh, you just got it all figured out. No, I just do what works out for me. And if this is what it is, so I can not have to crank my car up and go to this trail, and I got a whole backyard back here, enough that I can walk and get my steps in, sure, why not? So get moving. Don't worry about all the aesthetics. We'll worry about that later. Let's just focus on what has to get done. What has to get done, let's get it done. And let's not worry about what you don't have. A lot of people would love to have health. A lot of people would love to have your legs. You have 2 legs, and you out here hoping that you could get a gym membership just to walk, when there's streets out here all the time. People wish they had 2 legs, or just at least 1 leg, and you out here blessed with 2 and won't use them because it's not aesthetically pleasing to walk in your neighborhood. Who is gonna know that you walking in your neighborhood? Because see, that's the whole problem these days. Social, I like to call it Sodamisha. Sodamisha has clouded so many minds, like it has to be done this way. It has to get done this way because such and such said if I don't do my squats this way, such and such said if I don't take these vitamins, or such and such said XYZ, then it's not right. And that's why you don't have the body or the mindset or the lifestyle or the whatever, because you're trying to base your everything around what somebody else has told you to do. Use your own mind and do what you know feels right for you. And they don't even have to know that you're doing it if you don't pull out your camera to show them, because the whole point of it is the journey is for you. It's not so much as to show people, let me show you what I'm doing. You don't have to. I mean, if that's your business, that's your business. But if it's going to cause you to feel less than because you don't have what somebody else has, or the outfits, or the cute outfits, or your hair's not done, or you got to show up, you know, in your home and it's got a like stuff in the background and it's not aesthetically pleasing, don't let that be the reason why you don't get what you need. Just don't show it, or show it and embrace it. And don't be embarrassed by it, because that's your life. That's your life, and that's their life. And most of the time, they lying anyway. That ain't even their life. They've rented that space just to prove a point to you and to keep you stagnant. So don't count yourself out if you don't have what everybody else has to do what you need to do. Be blessed that you are able to get up and even get a workout in, and to work on being a better you. It's not going to happen overnight, and it's not going to happen in 2 months. I mean, sometimes it's going to take some time. You just got to be willing to put the time in. So if you're doing it just for aesthetics, or just for views, or just for, I don't know what you might be doing it for, but if you're not doing it genuinely for you, then what is the point? That's my whole thing. Why don't you put your workout videos on your channel, or, you know, do an ebook and do this and do that? And it's like, that's not my ministry. My ministry is for me to hop on here. Well, not my ministry is to just show what my peaceful life is. It's not to overload my channel with workout videos, even though I do them. Those are for me, basically, you know, just so I can critique my own form, so I can see how far I've come, how I started, where have I progressed. If that's your goal of showing your videos, then do that. But that's just not what I do. I show sometimes, and sometimes I don't. Not what I do, because whatever works for you works for you. So if you get whatever you get out of my videos, kudos to you. I tell people all the time, the people that I watch here on YouTube that helped me start my fitness journey, and they are Juice and Toya. I learned about them back in 2020, and I just been rocking with them ever since, because all I'm doing is just showing up and doing things that work for me. What I do for me may not work for you. So that's the whole gist of this conversation right here. What works for me may not work for you. Just get up, get out, and get something. Don't spend all your time trying to, you know, Outkast told us that back back then, get up, get out, and get something. Don't spend all your time trying to get high. And getting high, it doesn't even necessarily have to be about getting high. It's just getting high off of a lifestyle that is unattainable for some at this moment. Don't spend all your time trying to live up to the lifestyle that you really truly haven't even seen that person actually live. You only see 10 seconds of it, maybe 20 seconds. Sometimes they might give you 45 minutes here on YouTube. Don't spend all your time trying to get high. So I'm back for an update. So we are now at 4,238 steps, and it's been 42 minutes. So trying to push this hour out, and hopefully we go ahead on and get the 7,000. So I'll be back when I'm done. So we got it done. 75 minutes, and I got a little bit more than 7,000. A little bit more than 7,000 steps. So, so I need to grab something to eat. I don't really feel like cooking right now, just yet. But I don't feel like cooking right now, so I think I'm gonna have a protein shake or something, because I gotta get something in before I leave. I'll be right back. So this is what I usually like to have. I don't feel like cooking, so I'm gonna down this real quick. But yeah, and I'm gonna have an apple. And let me just tell y'all, usually back in the day, I used to didn't even like apples like that. The only apples I used to eat were Granny Smith. But for some strange reason, I was shopping one day on Publix. It was just the name that caught my attention. It was ambrosia apple. This is these. When I tell you, these are so good. So I eat these to try to get my fiber in, and then I got me a little banana. So something light, not too heavy, because later on I'm gonna go in on my protein. But other than that, let me just enjoy this right here, my banana and my apple. And